Welcome back to the reading vlog. It is Monday afternoon. I don't think I have ever started a reading vlog this early on in the day. But yeah, it just made sense because I was reading upstairs today and I tried to read earlier in the day, just so I wouldn't be as tired when I started reading, because I do want to get back to reading 100 pages a day. And I felt like when I did that in the evening, I just was so tired at the end of the day that I often didn't manage to do the 100 pages. So I did it earlier today and I just finished my 100 pages and I started reading Anno Dracula by Kim Newman. And this is a really interesting book. I don't know if I like it yet, I have to say. It is about Dracula, as the title says. In this book, it's an alternative version of Dracula, kind of. It is pretty much set after what happened in the original Dracula books, with the difference that we don't really know how it ended there, but Dracula comes to London and he marries Queen Victoria. And so he becomes the prince consort. And he brings vampires to London. And then we have obviously humans and vampires living together, kind of. It's a little bit complicated. Not everybody's happy with it. And then the main story is pretty much that we have Jack the Ripper, only he is not Jack the Ripper, he's called Silver Knife, and he kills vampire prostitutes. And so that is what is happening in London. It also plays in like the late 1800s, so 1888 to be exact. And we have a few different main characters. We get the point of view from the Silver Knife. We get the point of view of a well-known lord who works for the secret agency. And then we get the point of view of a vampire lady who investigates also so pretty much every point of view we get is from people investigating the Silver Knife and also the Silver Knife himself. And yeah, it's really interesting. It's weird. We also have werewolves involved, though we aren't there yet. We have pretty much book characters and their authors thrown together into one story. We have Bram Stoker, for example, and Mrs. Stoker. In the story, we have Oscar Wilde. But then we also have Lestrange. We have obviously Dracula. We have Dr. Jekyll. Like, we have all these like classic sci-fi fantasy characters and their authors thrown together into London with this alternative version of Dracula. And it is interesting. It is definitely interesting. I just don't know if I find it like a little bit too much, maybe, but maybe it just works out in the end, I'm just like a little bit of like 50-50 if I find it too much or if I find it just enough of like a weird mashup of everything, We also have Van Helsing. Obviously, Van Helsing is dead in this book, but like there's like a secret society of people continuing his legacy, stuff like that. It's like it's interesting. It's a mix-up of a lot of stuff and it's interesting. But yeah, I read my first 100 pages. That is nearly a fourth of the book. I think the book has like 430 pages or something like that. Let me look. 470 pages, so not quite, but you can see, it is not quite a fourth of the way through. But yeah, I will continue tomorrow with another 100 pages and I will give you an update on how I like it. And now I kind of have to focus on crocheting. I need to get the second arm done. But I am quite a bit done now. That is how big it is already. I think it's like maybe 2/3 of the way done. So I will continue with that one. I do a little bit of gaming now and then, like in between doing rows of crochet. So I'm playing Vampire Survivor, which is a really nice game. I really like that. So yeah, we are vampire themed this week. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. I do have a doctor's appointment tomorrow because of like, I don't know if you can see it, but my lips are swollen. And I need to get that sorted out. It's not a nice thing and it hurts. Like talking can hurt. And just my lips just feel weird. So yeah, I need to get that sorted out tomorrow. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. Good evening. It is Tuesday evening. Had a very successful doctor's visit today, which is really, really nice. Now I just have to wait until everything is done and my lips feel normal again, but I already have less pain, which is nice. Let's talk about reading. I read another 100 pages. I don't love the book, I have to say. I think it's too much, to be honest. It does make me want to read Dracula again. I looked up if I could get the audiobook, but it's not available at my library. So I might just buy that as an audiobook and just listen to the audiobook. I think what is really weird, we get pretty much a retelling of Dracula in like diary entries, which like, would you read this book if you haven't read Dracula? I don't think so. So it feels weird to get Dracula retold in this book, kind of. And then everybody else just seems pretty incompetent, and I don't know. It's the whole thing of like a lot of this book is just talk about getting turned or not getting turned and discussions about that and what it means and stuff like that, which I think is pretty realistic, but it's kind of boring, to be honest. I think this book is much more societal problems and just like high society and people talking and interacting with one another much more than I would have liked. I thought it would be much more of like a thriller through and through, but we get a lot more societal stuff than I expected. And I think it's a me problem, definitely. I had different expectations from the blurb, I have to say. But it does make sense. I feel like Dracula was also like really like has a focus on the humans in the book. But I liked it with Dracula. With this one, it just feels so over the top at times because there are so many people in there, you know, that we know the authors, the book characters, stuff like that. I feel like it's just too much at times. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't hate it, but I feel like it's a rather boring story up until now. You know, we just had two more murders, but it's like just police running around headless and not knowing what to do and really having no clue. But like they are trying, but like failing miserably. And it's, I don't know, it's just weird. I don't think I'm meshing with the book, which, you know, happens. But yeah, we'll see. I'm at page 200 now, so we'll see how it goes. I think I'm gonna continue with the 100 pages a day. I think that fits quite well. I still haven't found a new audiobook, quite obviously, because I told you just I couldn't find Dracula. So I'm just watching videos right now, and I'm doing a lot of Legos. I'm currently building Bionicles. I don't know if you had them. Like a lot of my childhood is with these Legos. If you could see behind the camera, maybe I have to show you. I have like a lot of these things set up. I'm currently trying to put this one together, which like these were all the Bionicles and the yeah. No, this one is also Bionicle, but like different kind of Bionicles. I don't know. I'm trying to put them all together so that I can sell them. They do have a lot of childhood memories connected to them, but I don't have the space for them. And to be totally honest, I don't really need them. And I feel like somebody else could be really happy buying them because they are quite old. I think they are like, they came out in like around 2000, I think. So yeah, I mean, we had a lot of them. We were for children, you know, and my parents were, but they bought us a lot of Lego because we were big fans of Lego. So yeah, I will now continue putting Lego together. Hopefully I will be able to manage a few more, and then I will go to bed because I'm really tired. Today has been just a day, you know, sometimes days are just like that. But yeah, it's now only 2 weeks before we go on holiday, which I'm so excited for. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow with the reading update. We'll see how I continue with the book. My hopes are sinking. Let's just say it like it is. predicament today. I had to finish this today, otherwise I would have DNF'd it. I finished it today. It was the only way to get through it. I am not impressed from the book. The concept of the story I felt like was really interesting. It is pretty obvious what will happen in the end, except for Dracula isn't dying in this book either, but it's a series, so you know, it will be coming at some point. But they get Dracula. They defeat him, kind of. Not gonna spoil the real ending. The thing is, with this book, I looked at the Wikipedia page. The amount of known character from other novels is immense. We have like 50 characters from other novels that just have like really, really short cameos in here. Sherlock Holmes, Mycroft, you know, all of the characters I already told you about. There are so many, and some of them have a little bit longer stories, others don't really play a role at all, but they all get an introduction, and it makes the story so weird and unenjoyable because it feels like a story filled with character introductions. There's no need for those. I don't get it. I think it's too much. Just like absolutely too much. And then all of the vampires can also kind of shapeshift into wolves and stuff, which I don't personally get where that is coming from. So yeah, that was also weird. I don't know. In the end, I didn't enjoy it. I gave it 2 stars. The concept is good. The beginning was okay. The concept with like how Jack the Ripper kills vampires, it's also fine. I think it's weird that we know who Jack the Ripper is from the beginning. That is also kind of weird. I don't really get why we had to know that from the beginning, because obviously the first half of the book, it's kind of finding out who Jack the Ripper is. And, well, it goes a little bit beyond that, but the ending has like a little bit less to do with who Jack the Ripper is. But, you know, just the whole concept to find out who he is, it's so weird because we already knew it. And there were some pretty obvious signs that our main character didn't get, which I was like, why did you not get that? It was so obvious. I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. It's not impressive, to be honest. But I finished it because, you know, I was just a little bit done with it. So I thought to myself, I have to get it done today. So yeah, I got it done. I don't know what book I will pick up next. I haven't chosen yet. I will choose that tomorrow morning. Other than that, there isn't really much happening. I'm gonna build some more Legos now because I just have to get that done. And it will take me a long time to get through all of it. So yeah, I still haven't chosen a new audiobook because I just have no idea what I want to listen to. So I will go with YouTube videos, just random videos, and then that will be my evening. Pretty boring life. There's nothing much happening here. So yeah, I will see you tomorrow morning with whatever book I've chosen to read next. Okay, it is evening now. I did want to do a quick check-in before I start listening to my audiobook because I found an audiobook. We can wait until he lays down. Good so. I started reading the next book, which is Winter Moon by Dean Koontz, which is, I think, a book about werewolves. And yeah, it is, I don't know what it's really about. I thought it would be about werewolves, but I'm not there yet. I read Mr. Murder by him recently, and I liked it 50-50, so I thought, why not go with this one? What happened now is just that we had a cop main character. They were investigating something, like vandalism, on a petrol station, a gas station, and there was a guy in a Lamborghini, and he just pulled guns out and shot everybody down, and the cop is lying there being shot. And then we go to the family of the cop. The wife doesn't know yet what happened, and she's pretty much taking care of their child and is worrying about finding a job, stuff like that. That is all I've gotten so far because I've only gotten 50 pages in roughly. But that is fine because I got myself an audiobook, which is what I listen to now and the rest of the evening, whilst I continue sorting and building Legos. And I got an audiobook by T. Kingfisher, which I have on my waitlist, so it is really nice that I got it right now. It starts with a house. I'm gonna put the cover here so you can see what the title is, but it is a gothic haunted house novel, which I'm really excited for. I just hope that I will love it in audio form because I don't have a lot of experience with horror books in audio form, but the ones I have listened to, I wasn't the biggest fan of. But you know, I don't know if it's the book or the audiobook that was the problem, you know. So I will listen to that one now, build some Legos, and then I will check in with you either later tonight if I have time or tomorrow morning, midday, whatever, once I have a little bit more of an update on both books. But we'll see, you know. I just really have to get on with the Legos because it looks like shit in here at the moment. I'm glad you can't see that because everything is full with Legos right here, but I need to sort them so I can sell them. I already have 10 Lego sets built that are complete, and I think 5 or 6 where I'm missing just one piece that I probably have somewhere, but I haven't found it yet. So yeah, that is the plan for the evening. Also, I made a lot of progress with my crocheting. I will show you that tomorrow. But yeah, I'm thinking I might be able to finish the cardigan before we go on holiday in a week and a half. It is only a week and a half. No, 2 weeks. Exactly 2 weeks today. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Okay, we're gonna do the check-in from up here right now because, to be honest, I'm not feeling great. I think my immune system has done a dip again, and I have a lot of problems with my skin and general energy. It's a whole lot. It happens every now and then. I hate it, but I can't change it. You know, with like chronic illnesses where you have like phases where I have pretty long phases in between where I feel totally fine, and then I have phases like this now where I feel like shit. The problem is we are only a week and a half away from our holiday. 2 weeks, slightly 2 weeks, and I'm afraid that I won't get good enough again to enjoy the holiday without any trouble from my body. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But because of that, I need to do this check-in because if I wait any longer, I want to check in today. I read to page 70 in the Moon Dance book, the one by Dean Koontz. It is still pretty tame. I mean, I'm still pretty early on in the book. But yeah, the police guy, our main character at the beginning, he actually lived through the shooting, and he's now at the hospital in a coma in the ICU. And his wife, you know, is visiting him, and he's just woken up at the point where I'm at the story. So we have that whole story going on, and then we have also he killed the guy that did the shooting, and then we also have now gotten the point of view from a older guy who lives near a forest, or like just next to a forest, and he has seen strange lights in the forest, and he's gone to investigate them, and he's like, oh, I always felt really good with these woods, but now they just feel off the woods. And that is where I'm at. So we still haven't gotten a lot of like supernatural stuff in the story, but you know, we'll see how it goes. And then I listened to nearly 3 hours of A House with Good Bones, which is the Kingfisher book I listened to. First of all, my partner told me it's a woman. I don't know why I thought it was a guy. Not that it really matters, but like, I didn't realize that. I have a lot of thoughts about that book, even though I'm like, I think I'm 35% through the book now. I really, really like the characters. Our main character is, I don't know, somewhere in here, like in end 20s, early 30s, somewhere around there, I feel like. And she works as a insect woman, there's a name for it, I just can't remember it right now. Does it? Wait, let me look if it says it in the... No, it doesn't say it. Okay, annoying. But she works like identifying insects in archaeological digs. That is what she does primarily. And it's so cool. It's a really, really cool job, I feel like. And it's such a unique setting for our main character, which we rarely have. So she was supposed to go on a dig, but the dig had to be postponed for a time because they found some human remains and those need to be investigated first. So she does a pit stop at her mom's because she sublet her apartment, which she shares with other roommates, and so she can't go back for 6 months because obviously the deal was done and then the dig got delayed. And then her brother also called and was like, you know what, mom is behaving really weirdly, you have to go and look. If you now have the time, please go look what is happening. And so we get to the mom's, and the mom's is really like, she seems really afraid of her home, and she did changes to the home. It was originally her mother's home, like the grandma's from our main character's perspective, and it was a really, really colorful home under the mom, and she changed it back to like really white, and she hung the kind of racist southern lady pictures back up in the home, and so our main character is kind of confused, like, why are you doing this, mom, you aren't like that. And it seems like she wants to do that to please the grandma who's dead, so we have that, which is really weird. But then we also have gotten a little bit of the horror, and I really enjoyed it because the first thing we are realizing in the house that isn't normal is our main character is asleep, and she wakes up in the middle of the night because she feels something on her, and then she gets up because, you know, when you get up in the middle of the night you have to go to the toilet. It's like pretty normal thing, right? And so she gets up and she steps onto the floor and it's just crunching underneath her feet, and she's like, oh my god, what is this? And so she puts on the light and her whole room is filled with ladybugs. And it's I love that kind of horror because it's so atypical, because ladybugs aren't scary, you know, but like the whole concept that like out of nowhere her room is filled with ladybugs, because and earlier in the day she was like, well, there are so little insects here. Like it was really cool, like you have to listen to it, it was really, really cool. And then we also have like a second scaring, which I won't tell you about because I don't want to spoil it too much, because I think it's best like lived through or listened through. So yeah, the book is going great. I'm actually really enjoying it. It feels like a really, really good haunted house. I hope it's going in the direct, and maybe we'll continue going into the direction, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I will continue with that tonight. Hopefully, I will find the energy to do that. But like, doing an audiobook should be fine, I think. So yeah, that is reading wise. Other than that, I'm working on my cardigan, which I'm currently sewing the second arm on, which seems to be slightly smaller than the first one, even though I counted stitches in rows. So, but like, they are oversized, so I'm hopeful. It's such a little difference, you won't be able to tell if you don't know. And because nobody but me will know, and you now, we'll see. But yeah, I'm hopeful that it will look good in the end. But yeah, I have to sew that on right now, so that I can start with the ribbing at the body tomorrow, because, you know, I don't have much time left to finish it before the holiday. So I will do that now, and I might just do a little bit of gaming. I might not. I'm not really in the mood for anything today, to be honest. I kind of want to sit in a corner and cry the whole day, which isn't really productive, so I'm kind of trying to be productive, but you know, it's a 50-50 thing. Also, which I haven't told you yet, I'm so really thankful for you all. I've gotten over 200 subscribers now, which is so cool. And some of you leave really, really good comments, which I'm really, really happy about. So thank you for that. I kind of just wanted to, you know, at least acknowledge it. But yeah, it's really cool. I'm really enjoying doing these videos, and yeah, kind of just, you know, share my thoughts, and just let it all out when I don't want to annoy my partner. Which he isn't annoyed when I talk to him, but it's kind of easier to talk to a camera, I feel like, than to talk to a human being. So yeah, I will stop rambling now. Okay, so it is Saturday evening now. I didn't have much time to check in with you because we have my mother-in-law's dog right now, so hopefully I can do this clip without him crying, because he's a cry dog. It's on the more annoying side. He's like a little West Highland Terrier, so yeah. But yeah, we have him today, just today, and then we get him on Wednesday again, and then till Sunday, just so that my mother-in-law can have a little bit of a holiday. So yeah, that is, I feel like dog sitting is always kind of like something that stresses me out a little bit because it's not my dog, and you care for another living being. Like, it's always hard. So yeah, I don't know. But I finished the audiobook. I didn't continue with Moondance, but I did finish the audiobook. And I'm not 100% sure how much I love it, but that has a really, really good reason. It was especially the second half, like at least the ending was so similar to Starling House that it was a little bit confusing. Um, the ending was really similar, which was a little bit confusing. Like the story also has to do with the family and racism, so there are definitely similarities between the books, but the Kingfisher book is like a lot more like kind of like screaming like how fake southern kindness can be and how like the like bad aspects of that and the racism that comes with it and a little bit of phobia and stuff like that. So I feel like similar books, different like focuses of like the issues that are underlying the story. Like in both it is like weird families and stuff. And in the Kingfisher one we have magic, which is also kind of in Starling House, but I felt like it felt a little bit different. Okay, yeah, but in the end, I'm giving it 3.5 stars. I don't think I would have wished for it to not go in that direction. I think I kind of would have loved a little bit of a different ending just because it's so similar to Starling House. I felt like, I mean, it's not the fault of either author, and I think both books are equally old, because the Kingfisher book came out in 2023, I think. Yeah, and this one as well. I can't really fault either of the books, but I felt really similar about this book in the end. So yeah, 3.5 stars. It's a good book. I didn't love it completely because I felt like, even though like the theme was like gardening and insects, I would have wished more with that, to be honest. I think I would have wished a little bit more focus on that. Instead, the focus was more on like the grandmother and like her roses. So yeah, I don't know. But yeah, it was a nice listen. So I'm happy that I finished that, and now I will continue with Moondance tomorrow, but that will be in the next vlog because I will end it here today, the vlog. But I did want to show you what I continued with crochet-wise, because I actually made quite a bit of progress. Let me get this. So this is how the cardigan is now looking, and as you can see, both arms are attached, and I'm currently doing the ribbing at the bottom. I don't know if I'm happy with the ribbing, how I have done it. I might need to take it out again and make it a little bit reduce the amount of stitches I have, because I need to make it a little bit, what is the right word? I'm searching. I'm gonna put this word on the screen. I can't remember it right now. But yeah, other than that, I really like it. I really like how it looks on me when I put it on. But I will have to show you that the next time around, because you know what? No, let me change real quick and I show you how it looks right now. Okay, let me see how good you can see that. But let me get up, let's make it like that. Also, I have the yarn still attached, which is making it a little bit harder. But as you can see, that is how it's looking. I really like the sleeves, they are perfect. And I also really like the bodice. And you can see that is how the ribbing, I think I have to make it more snug around me. So yeah, I will probably have to take it apart, but I will start that tomorrow. Other than that, I'm incredibly happy with how it's looking. So yeah, that is pretty much what happened this week. A little bit of a chaotic week. I'm having, the struggles with my health are hurting my mental health right now, which sucks, but it will get better. I know it will get better. It's just, I think it's normal, if your like physical health suffers, that your mental health suffers as well. So, it just happens. I'm just gonna have to get through it and then it will get better again. Also I'm, 1 week of work and then I have 2 weeks off of work and we're gonna travel for my 30th birthday. So I am looking forward to that one. I just hope that I have my problems fixed till then so I can enjoy it without any like hiccups. But I think it will be possible. And also thank you for everybody who came back after watching my last video that got so much more views than I imagined it would. So I'm really grateful for everyone who watched that and left their opinion below and stuff like that. Thank you so much. It's really cool to have like a discourse about topics like that. I really enjoy doing those videos. So yeah, if you have any video ideas maybe that I could talk about when it comes to the book talk and booktube community, leave them down below. And yeah, hopefully I can make more videos that you would like to watch from me. And yeah, I mean, I could always use good video ideas, So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you still enjoyed it. I mean, we have 2 book reviews in this, or like 2 read books in this video, so I think that's still quite okay. And yeah, hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.